Please subscribe and you can download this code from description below. Nested loops in Python refer to using one or more loops inside another loop. This allows you to iterate through multiple dimensions or structures, such as matrices, lists of lists, or any situation where you need to traverse elements in a hierarchical manner. In this tutorial, we will explore the concept of nested looping in Python with code examples to help you understand how to implement them effectively. In Python, you can nest loops by including one loop within another. The outer loop controls the number of times the inner loop is executed. Nested loops are a fundamental concept for solving many programming problems efficiently, especially when dealing with multidimensional data structures. Here's a basic example of using nested for loops to iterate through a 2D list. This code will output. In this example, the outer loop iterates through each row of the matrix, and the inner loop iterates through the elements within each row. You can also use nested while loops for similar purposes. Here's an example. This code will produce the same output as the previous example. Nested loops are often used for matrix operations, like matrix traversal, addition, or multiplication. Here's a simple example of matrix traversal using nested loops. Nested loops can be used to find pairs of elements in a list that satisfy a particular condition. For example, finding pairs of numbers in a list that sum to a specific value. It's essential to optimize nested loops when dealing with large data sets. Minimize redundant computations and avoid unnecessary iterations whenever possible. Nested looping in Python is a powerful tool for working with multidimensional data structures and solving various programming problems. Understanding how to use nested for and while loops effectively is crucial for efficient and effective code. As you gain more experience, you'll be better equipped to tackle complex problems that require nested looping. ChatGPT. In Python, you can use nested loops to iterate through elements in a multidimensional data structure, such as lists, arrays, or matrices. Nested loops allow you to access and manipulate each element in a structured and organized way. This tutorial will provide you with an overview of nested looping in Python and demonstrate how to use it with code examples. Nested loops are loops that are placed inside another loop. You can think of them as loops within loops. They are often used when you need to traverse elements in a two-dimensional or multi-dimensional data structure. Each inner loop iterates through the elements of a particular dimension, while the outer loop controls the overall process. The syntax of nested loops in Python looks like this. Let's start with a basic example of using nested loops to iterate through a 2D list. Suppose you have a 2D list that represents a grid of numbers, and you want to print each element. In this example, the outer loop iterates through each row of the matrix, and the inner loop iterates through the elements within each row. Now, let's demonstrate how to use nested loops to generate a multiplication table. We'll use two nested loops to calculate and print the products of numbers from 1 to 10. In this example, we use two nested loops to generate the multiplication table for numbers 1 to 10. Nested looping in Python is a powerful tool for working with multidimensional data structures and performing tasks that involve combinations of elements. By mastering nested loops, you can efficiently handle complex data processing and manipulation tasks in your Python programs. ChatGPT.